Well, we are live.
Are we really?
Yes, we are live now. Ooh.
What's up?
Just talking to it
Here?
now.
I'm here.
Oh, man.
You're here.
Oh, good show today, by the way. Sorry I wasn't there for the whole enchilada, but made a good
Well, it's not
part,
a good
part
show
of it.
until we get people in here. I said hello.
Yes, you did. You said hello. I mean, here, let me say hello back.
Yeah, that way we get some activity in the chat going.
Ooh.
Somebody might show up. There we go. Flags. You know, Flag City. I still got your thing in my desk drawer. If you want to give me an address to ship it to,
he said
your counterfeit Apollo, I will ship it. Just email me an address, or you can come get it, whatever you want to do. He loaned me a coin for a video down in Florida.
Oh, did he? Cool.
And I went the next day, and I was trying to meet up with him to give it back to him. Jessica Dunn, Stacking Investments. What's up?
So our the man of the hour, the man with the power, the knowledge, and the fortitude, as well as the brick house where you can go and buy numismatic.
Why are you talking about yourself like that? A strong man with an hour.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, I'm
Mr.
the guy,
you're the man with the knowledge. You know, you're putting down the knowledge so we can all learn and be better numismatics.
I've forgotten more than I know.
Speaking of which, knowledge, if you guys have not checked out Seeker's interview, I highly suggest you watch that.
That guy right there. In fact, quick, somebody put the link in the chat.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna
get it, Mr. X.
I'll find it.
Okay, and of course, you know, hello to me. Hey guys. Then we have Jessica Dunn. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. And then good evening, you penetrators. Oh, I meant perpetrators. I made these stickers a long time ago, and I finally sent them out to him, and I think he got a little bit of a kick out of that. So him and I have been having good fun bantering each other in his video, in his comments and stuff.
You gotta be quicker than that, guys.
And then we got Miss Kidamine. How are you? I'm not going to do the, that's Tiny's thing. We got Mr. Andy Resnick. Good evening, brother. Glad you're here. Appreciate you, sir. Yo, fan. Hey, I did it. What up?
All right, cool.
Yo, fan. Good evening. And good evening, 0069. Cannoli.
Brown sugar.
Nuts glazed.
All right. There's the link to Mr. Silverseeker's interview. Fantastic.
Dude, I put it in already.
Yeah.
Oh, you put it in too? Okay.
Well, you're both mods, so it's all good. And good evening, Gunny. How you doing? Hope you're doing all right, brother.
It went live a little bit faster than I expected. I'm still chewing on this taffy.
And I was getting a refill of my refreshment.
Yeah. Hey, look at
it. It's too quick for us tonight.
By the way, yeah, that's what she said. Yes, I have it set up. Thank you.
I got to get my stream. I got to figure out how to set my stream deck up proper.
I got to unpack mine out of its original box.
And how'd you make the noise?
Yeah, that guy has been giving me hell over that. And then,
well, it's only been sitting in a box for what, 8 months?
Oh, you're the one using it, making noise?
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. He is, and I got the same thing because I wanted to do. He FOMO. You know how it is between him and me. We FOMO each other all the time. So, he was like doing these things. It's like I want to do that, but freaking awesome! Freaking awesome! What's up?
That guy's freaking awesome.
He is freaking awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So we appreciate everyone joining us this evening. I'm sure people still going to be rolling in and all that good stuff.
Create a post. Come visit us.
Oh, hey, let me hit Mr. Stacking Investment real quick. I've been selling a lot of coins at the local flea market. One would be surprised at how many collectors and stackers are looking for coins and silver. No doubt. And especially with the spot prices as they are, I'm sure everyone's shopping around for the best deals. It's just, the nature of the beast. So, and I believe stacking you actually set up at a flea market. So you're actually buying and selling and bartering and all that good jazz. So you're definitely down in the dirt with everybody, with all that going on. So
who is stacking?
Stacking Investment, yeah.
I honestly started out selling at flea markets. That's where I started at. As far as selling, I started at flea. Mm-hmm. I was collecting like 7-8 years before that. I was a kid. What was it? Back in the 80s.
Got to start somewhere.
Yes, I was old enough to buy and sell stuff in the 80s. I was old enough to buy stuff in the 70s when I started. But yeah, flea markets. I did flea markets all the way up until I started slipping completely out around the turn of the century. They just they just didn't generate enough money. As you grow out of different businesses and you got to advance. They're good, but if you want to make more money, you gotta grow out of them. There's only so much money that comes to a flea market.
Yeah. But, they're good to go to. You never know. You might stumble on somebody.
Oh, yeah. You can stumble on some stuff at a flea market.
Yeah.
We built up, we were all partners and we built up a huge clientele that was coming back and forth. But just, $5,000, $10,000 a weekend, it's restricted to just a weekend. That's what I'm saying. If it's a good flea market, they're usually just weekend flea markets.
Yeah. Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. And you want to go more than just a weekend. So you go to the store and hit the shows or flea markets that say have coin dealers on the weekends. So you're selling 7 days a week.
Jessica, may the 4th be with you. Woo! It's true. Gunny was he's been bugging me about that, whether or not it's true or not. But apparently, they are making a 2-ounce Millennium Falcon coin. Ooh!
So that means they've got a 1 and now a 2 and then a 3 and a 5, right?
1 and 3. So this in the middle.
Okay, they didn't make a 5?
No.
Okay.
So this should be very interesting. And thanks to that gentleman down there, I was able to get the 1-ounce Millennium Falcon. And because a certain retired gunnery sergeant kept giving me heck about not having one. And thanks to this gentleman, I was able to finally get one.
What? Hey, does that look like I'm looking up at you? What am I looking at?
Here. We'll switch places.
Okay, yeah, this way looks to you. Oh, now I can just look down. I can look up better and see the screen.
Well, I can look up at you.
Well, the Brady Bunch, huh?
Hey, by the way, folks, have you looked at Mr. X? He's kind of gotten that. It's getting kind of a little,
There's 6 people missing, and we could be the Brady Bunch. We'd be the 3 brothers.
So how you doing, Mr. X? You and I really haven't talked in a while.
Who's Mr. X?
Just dealing with the weather in my back.
I'm lost. Did I ask you earlier, did you move down to Florida yet, or are you still up here?
No, leaving in the fall is the plan. After we get the daughter packed up and moved into college.
Did you answer me earlier when I asked you on the show?
Yeah, but there's so many people in the chat.
There was 175 people. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people in the show today.
No, I answered, but
there's
again,
a lot of people here,
there's no way to keep up with that much chat.
Yeah, another great.
That's why I have so many mobs. I can't keep up with nothing.
But there's something I kind of want to do real quick before we dive into everything.
Let's do it.
And it's unrelated to precious metals. This year, in the field that I work in, we've lost 6 aircraft in the U.S. Army aviation field. And just recently, we lost 2 Apaches in up in Alaska. I can't remember the name of the fort, maybe Fort Drum, but I'm not sure about the exact location. But we lost 2 Apaches. So the total aircraft lost, I think, is up to about 5 so far that's reported in the news this year. And in fact, one of them was literally an hour's drive from where I live. And thanks, Andy, for Greenlee. And although I do work in the Army aviation field, I'm not directly connected with all the aircrafts that are deployed with all the units, but I support the fleet, overall. But as a person who works in the defense industry, our customer, is we use the term warfighter. The men and women who take that equipment downrange, they are my customer, not the taxpayer, not, my manager, not, a bureaucrat or a senator or a congressman, but it's the warfighter, them. They are my end customer. So something like this affects me personally. And I would just request that we all take a moment of silence to reflect on these brave men and women that serve in our armed forces. Amen. Thank you. Okay, now let's get back on track here.
You made it somber in here. Let's talk about some coins and cheer everybody back up.
Yeah. So, okay. I don't understand what happened. What is happening this year? It is so crazy. The pumpers are saying, spot price is going to shoot to the moon. And my argument is it already did. It was on Artemis 1. And it'll be on Artemis 2 and 3. In fact, it'll land on the moon on Artemis 3. So yes, gold and silver will shoot the moon. Literally.
I had moon silver once.
Really?
Well, yeah, because when they send some of this stuff to the moon, they bring back and sell these little fragments for some astronomical price that says this silver has been to the moon. And they sell it in little bitty, like gram size, sometimes half gram or granules. Yeah, it's like crazy. They'll sell them like $30-$40 for this little bitty piece of silver. I get a hold of them, I sell them $5-$10. This silver has been to the moon and back. Sometimes it might have come out of someone's cell phone. I don't know. But they're usually certified by a larger company. I mean, I don't just buy them because someone said they've been there.
Well, if you get more in, let me know. I'd like to have one.
I've had them. I've probably had about 5 or 6. They come in a little capsule where the capsule's in a card. It's like with the Franklin Mint or some bigger mint like that get them.
Okay.
I don't remember exactly who done them, but I had 5 or 6 of them over the course of my career. I should have saved one.
Is NASA involved in any of that?
I don't know.
I mean, they're the ones bringing it back, right?
What's that?
I mean, they're the one bringing it back. Does NASA?
Yeah, if I remember right, it might have had some NASA trademark on it or something. I don't know, on the packaging. But it's no good if it comes out of the packaging. Remember,
guys, that's right. Yeah,
OGP is important. And that stuff was sealed packages. You could pop the capsule out by ripping the card, but that was,
that would
get the silver out if you really wanted the silver. But
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
But
depends on, I honestly, I think I'm probably willing to pay $20-$30 like I used to sell it for just to get one.
I would. I'd pay $20 or $30.
They're hard to find. I mean, how long have I been in? Almost 50 years now. It'll be 50 years I've been in this industry. Wow. Dude, I'm getting old.
Time flies when you're having fun, right?
Trying to catch up to me.
Yeah, I'll be 56 this year, and I started in 75. So in 2025, sometime after my birthday there, or I don't even remember what month I started in 75, but sometime in 25 would be 50 years. And I've only ran across 5, maybe 6 of them. I've run across more 1909 SVDBs and 1877 Indians than those. That tells you how rare they
I
are.
was going to say that tells you right there how rare it is.
There's a lot of stuff I've run across that I haven't seen but once or twice. I can't even remember it all. But when I see it again, I'll know it. And I'll be like, that's mine.
Somebody gave me a belated birthday present.
Yeah.
And it's space related. And I just wanted to show it off a little bit.
Oh, wow. Who's CAG?
That's the like trading card division of NGC.
Oh, okay.
And this is it's from what is it, Elite Coinage, and they make these commemorative. It's not like $1, but it's like a trading bill, and it's to raise money for the astronaut memorial fund.
I thought you showed this once.
I don't know if I did, but
someone showed one.
If you can see with a little black light, you can see the hand reaching out from Earth to the hand of the astronaut.
I don't know. It's pretty small, man.
Yeah, I just think
make it bigger so we can see it.
Yeah, make it.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Do it again. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't it? That's awesome. And that on the countdown clock right there, that is like 1 minute 46 seconds. That's the serial number of this. So I thought it's neat that they incorporated that into this commemorative bill. And then on the back, it talks about, wait for it, Artemis. Woo woo woo. So this is a great, really awesome birthday present. Oh, and
what are you asking, Brown Sugar?
And it's actually autographed by a real astronaut.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah, he served an STS. Is that STS 12? It's one of the first Columbia space shuttle missions. So yeah, I looked up. Oh man, I should have put this back up. I didn't think of getting this all ready for tonight's show. It's just we were talking about NASA. I was like, oh, I got to show you this. And this is a great birthday present. And I have from this guy.
There you go. Brown Sugar is asking if you have a full set like Peace or Morgan dollars. I think they're asking you. It's your show.
Me?
I don't know. They didn't say who they was asking.
Oh, she says. Oh, well, maybe she's talking.
I don't know.
No, that's stacking. No, stacking's asking Brown Sugar.
Brown Sugar says, do you have a full set like Peace Morgan's?
Yeah, and then stacking's replying to her.
Morgan date set. Date mint mark. You have the complete Morgan set stacking?
I think he does.
Morgans. I'm OCD on my Morgans.
Well, anyway, back to now that we all spoil ourselves. So thank you, Mr. Gen X. This is a very, very, very awesome birthday present, and it will be greatly treasured. Thank you. And thank you for the black light too. So that way I can.
That costs extra, by the way.
How
much? Leave me in your will to receive that item.
So now I can check all my Geiger bars.
There you go.
Because they got that black light, ink stamp on the back of them and all that. So back to the initial topic. I kind of got the idea and the theme from Stacking Investments, and he was talking about one of his videos about going back to basics, because the way spot prices are today, and he predominantly stacks silver. And I was thinking about what am I doing? And I was like, you're right. I kind of been deviating from stacking. So I want to reel myself back in, so to speak, and really focus on fundamentals. And in essence, what the fundamental is, right, is to get the most amount of metal gold and or silver for the least amount in price, right? That's kind of really the basic, finite definition of what a true stacker is. The question I like to pose to both of you is, how do you do that in today's market?
You don't. There's your answer. You can't. You can't go back to the basics in today's market, because a lot of what you're facing is people, the CDBC or whatever the heck they call that, where they're making the money digital. People are worried about that. People are worried about the Fed. So they are not letting go of their silver, which is causing these high premiums. However, okay, before I say however, silver is not running out. I made a video and put it up Saturday. However, now I used a however. In saying that, there is something in silver that is running out. It's 90%. They can't make it no more.
Hoosier.
When it comes into demand too much for the pure silver, people start melting 90%, not thinking that they're going to run it out. And that is what's happening. 90% is running out, so the premium will continue to go up.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion.
I
forgot to mention 90% price, why it's going up in that video. I wish I would have.
It's crazy.
And by the way, folks, we are not financial peoples and all that jazz. We were expressing our opinions. They are our own, not reflective of anybody else. Do your own due diligence. Enough said.
That's right.
But you are right, Mr. Keith. And
Keith's not here. I'm just a guy.
Okay, the dude.
I'm gonna play Dave Carlisle's line.
Andy or someone, could you go over to the Coin Crew channel, see if you can find that video he's talking about and post the link, because it is really a really good video. I mean,
it's not.
It does a great job to really, put it down to earth. In.
I'm not talking about the 90%. I forgot to mention the 90% running out. But I basically tell people it's not running out.
No,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No, I forgot to mention it. Oh, you know what that means? It means I get to make another video.
There you go. Hey, the shop's closed tomorrow, so you can crank out a quick video about 90%.
Yeah.
Constitutional.
I can follow up. Silver's not running out.
Nope.
And tag my own video.
Yep.
The problem is
not running out. I mean, I don't see us running out for at least, 15 years. It will one day run out, just maybe not in my lifetime.
Hello, Princess Nick. That's right.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah,
hey,
right.
Nick.
Right. First round and third round. That's right. Roll Tide. Woo! If anybody follows the NFL draft, that's right. The first and third pick was players from the University of Alabama. Ooh. Anyway, sidetrack.
We got your running back. The Lions.
It kind of upsets me.
Thanks for joining us.
I made the video and I forgot to mention that 90% is actually running out. Silver's out, but hindsight's 20/20.
Oh, well, like I said, you should, the shop's closed tomorrow, so make a video, make a real quick one. Make it short. But that'd be a good one to make for sure.
Back in Investments just made a comment. He says
Celtic
LTS 3,000 face come in the shop and was gone in less than 6 hours. Well, at 25 times face,
25,
bought it.
Yeah, that's a deal.
I offer my public 24 to walk in my door. Anybody buying any less than say 22.5, they're buying it too cheap. Even though it does melt for 18. That's just my opinion. But everybody's got their own system to where they buy and sell at. They are, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say victims. They are priced according to their circumstance. If their buyers want to pay less, then naturally they have to buy less. But they need to, if they can ship it to other dealers for 23.5, you know, why do you want to pay too low?
Yeah. So
get it out.
So that makes perfect sense. That kind of, to me, that explains why there's such a huge run on Constitutional.
Yeah, wholesalers are paying up for it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the alternative to buying, regular, ounces of silver,
Yeah, but silver, it's tight in the 1 ounce form, but other ounces, it's not as tight. I can get some live silver, and that's all I've been ordering. I'm not ordering any silver if I can get it live. And when I say live, that means I order it and they ship it out within a day or two. Because other than that, it's past June before we get it. Yeah. It's just too long to wait.
Unless somebody walks in the shop, obviously.
Well, yeah, and that's why I pay $2 over to get it in my shop. I don't know what anybody else pays, but that's what I'm paying. I know that's more than Atmex will pay, JM will pay, more than SD will pay. That's more than Upstate will pay because I want it.
And I can verify from personal experience by dealing with my local coin shop, who is that guy. He's not lying. He does pay above.
Now I do adjust my pricing down if it comes to larger than 10 ounces. I adjust it down to $1 over. That way I'm still over all them guys, but it's all a matter of movability. And that was verified in the video that I did with Seeker Saturday. That part didn't get recorded, but him and I were basically like this, except we weren't doing the video yet. And he heard me buy that bar, $2,600. And I got it $200 cheaper than I could buy from the wholesalers, but I paid more than my wholesalers would pay. And then someone asked me, they said, "What do you sell that bar for?" I go, $2,900. Because I
was going to say, I have a feeling that might disappear to somebody's personal stack.
Someone already did. But I told him, I said, if someone offers us and gives us a 29, I'll just buy you another one back, whether it be that one or a different one. Because I was kind of wanting her to have the Britannia 100 ounce. Oh yeah, it goes with the 1 and the 10s we got. I love the Britannias. But yeah, I don't think, honestly, I don't think there's a getting back to basics. It seems like it would be too hard with these premiums right now. So if I had to say, let's go back to basics, being a coin dealer, the basics is go back to collecting coins that are made out of silver, because this is the time when there are huge premiums on silver itself. You could make out better by buying the collectible coins. And I'm not talking the collectible silver bullion, the new stuff. I'm talking things like Morgans and key date coins. They're cheap right now. I mean, they're still up from where they was 3-4 years ago, but they're still cheap in comparison. And that to me would be going back to basics. The basics is going back to trying to buy the best value for the money, whether it be stacking coins or stacking silver or gold. Another good idea is platinum. Platinum is very reasonable. At one time, it was higher than gold. And the problem is the retail on platinum fractionals. You don't want to buy the 1 ounce because the 1 ounce is a $200 to $227 over spot. However, what I'm about to tell you, you may think is weird because it's actually more expensive, but it's a better investment, is fractional gold platinum eagles. The fractional platinum eagles were printed from 1997 to 2008. See, that's the key. They were printed. They still make the 1 ounces, so they can dish them out as fast as they want. The fractionals aren't coming back. Now, the key is about the fractionals. There's a loophole for people who don't have as much money to get some, but it's going to cost you more because the average retail is about $190 to $200 over. Now, that's the kicker there. It's per piece, not per ounce. That means a 10th ounce, you're paying 190 to 200. You're paying about $300. And a quarter ounce and whatever the melt of that single piece is, you're paying about $200 over. And then you want to try to get the best for your money. So I recommend half ounces. That's my opinion.
I've always, Mr. X and we've talked about it, and correct me, Mr. X, him and I kind of, our consensus is platinum is underrated overall as a precious metal. I see the value in it, but that's from more of a technical standpoint. I see it where it's used in the real world, in industry, automotive, defense, all over the place. And it's my lack of experience in our world that I can't put two and two together to go, that's why it's not, like gold, in terms of, people want it, people want to stack it and stuff like that. I see it, I see it for what it is, but that's from an engineer's perspective, so to speak, not from a stacker or from a coin collector perspective. Mr. X, could you kind of help me out on that?
No, yeah, I agree. I think it's undervalued, but the numbers are what the numbers are for right now. I mean, I've only got a 1/4 ounce.
I got all kinds of platinum. I keep buying it.
Well, I got a steal on one at the local coin show one day, but I haven't purchased any more.
Did you sell me a 1/4 ounce platinum once? Or was it gold? It was gold, wasn't it? I don't keep buying my gold.
I've bought every size piece of gold from you at one time or another.
Yeah, somebody got a 1986 something gold eagle something from somebody before somebody else could get it. Oh, but anyway, in other news,
Mr. V-Rose says his LCS had a 100-ounce Engelhard for $2,700 a few weeks ago. It was gone in one. It'd have been gone in 1 minute if he'd have called me.
I would say that's a great price.
Yeah,
for an Engelhard.
That's where I'm talking about. Some coin shops are victim of their situation. They don't know who to call, who's paying more for certain stuff. See, like they may have a customer that knows me and come in and bought that and say, hey, I'll give you $26.50.
Good evening to you.
And they know they can sell it to me for $27.
I'm kind of and Mr. V-Rose, because it seems like he could go to he must have these magical pawn shops where he lives. He walks in there in these places and he walks out with these crazy deals. I don't know how he does it. But then again, he's a very, good looking, kind of scruffy, good looking man.
If you'd went to Florida, you knew how he did it. You met him. He has charisma, man.
That's what I was leading to. Yeah.
He has some charisma, Mr. V-Rose. He's a nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Don't tell him I said that, though.
Did you hear that, Mr. V-Rose?
He probably doesn't want to spread that either.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to get back to basics, but you're right.
Basics are gone.
There's a shift. There's a shift to constitutional and a shift to the more of the true numismatic, side of our coin stacking world.
I am constantly preaching, you have to sit there and utilize stacking and collecting as one. You have to bounce back and forth to maximize your value, because if you're just a stacker, you might overlook a collectible value of something and sell it too cheap. And if you're just a collector, you might overlook a stackable value where, okay, let's say some silver coins, right? They actually are valued less than the silver that's in them. And if you overlook it and don't pay attention to that kind of stuff, you could lose out. So you have to be able to deal with somebody that is knowledgeable in both. And I'm not saying deal with me. There are a lot more people that are much, much more knowledgeable than me, but it will help you.
Well, that's what I like about you. Makes, I'm buttering up to you. You make really good, the educational videos. It's the only way I can describe it. Hey, did you know about this coin? And, look out for this because of
you find that characteristics. Stuff, I'm buying it. Every one of my shorts where I'm saying, look for this coin.
Yeah.
I'm willing to buy that coin. I'm not going to make a short where I don't think that coin's worth buying. To me, that is clickbait. As a dealer, I need to put out material that is sellable, not, oh, here's a cud. Oh, this coin's worth $5 or $10. You know, yeah, cuds are cool. Don't get me wrong. There are some really neat ones out there.
What's a cud? I don't.
Where it has added metal.
Oh.
There are some really cool ones out there, and some of them I would actually collect myself. But as far as value, most cuds don't have a great value. You have to know the difference between a double die and a die ship, how they're made.
You have to know the minting process.
I should make a video on that.
Yes, you should. I should make a video. I should make a couple videos.
We should all make a video.
Well, the entire minting process, I think, should be. I mean, I know there's videos out there, but most people don't understand the process itself.
Yeah, I've been doing my best to put a decent video up every Saturday at 9 a.m. The videos have been performing well because I've been pretty well for the past month keeping that schedule of 9 a.m. And so the videos have been performing well because I let people know. And the fact that we've got a lot of subscribers over the past 6 months. Amazing. Thank you, everybody. I've tripled the channel size, or you guys have tripled my channel size in the past 6 months, maybe 7 months. I don't know. It's just crazy. Crazy, I tell you.
Good problem to have.
Oh, man.
Yeah, very good problem to have.
It's a crazy problem because you're trying to, what happens when you start growing too fast, you lose yourself and just want to keep putting out stuff, and you don't put out good stuff, and it kind of loses some of the interest of the new subs or loses the interest of some of your old subs. So I'm just, as you said, going back to basics. I'm going back to basics. I'm trying to make a good video at least once a week instead of 2 or 3, not so good videos every week. I figure one good video is better than 3 or 4 or even 20 crappy videos. I hate to use the word crappy. I should say
watered down.
20 less than effective, or as Gen X says, watered down videos or clickbait videos. I don't like that. I don't like them.
No,
I know. If I focus and spend just a little time each day, put some material together, whatever, and I could build a video, and like you said, Key, put out a quality video every week. That would help my channel.
Well,
I know I could do it. It's just a matter of me getting off my big afterburner and just.
I was pushed last week on the video because I didn't get it done until Friday night. And like I said, I failed to mention the 90%. I could slap myself in the head. Oh, there, I did it. But I wish I would have mentioned that, when I said, is silver really running out? 90% is what's running out, not silver itself. So now I just end up having another video. I'll have to figure out what to put it with.
Yep, that's true, Andy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I was going to say that TLC, how it works. Do they make a video on how coins are made?
How it's made.
How it's made. I think they did.
Yeah, I think they did. I've
probably
watched all kinds of stuff on how it's. But see, that's the thing. A lot of these, like, I don't remember. I've watched some of the Mint videos, but I don't think they're too short either. They take too much time to get to the point. That's just wrong.
Yep. A video length, in my opinion, should be as short as possible to get the information across. Now, if you're monetized, that's different, right? Because you got to hit certain plateaus.
It's not a whole lot different.
No.
I think a video, a good length, people lose interest after 2 or 3 minutes. You have to keep them engaged. I think if you can keep your videos below 10 minutes and keep active, you have to have something going on the whole video. Because if you're not, then you need to shrink that video down. You have to be talking about something. You have to be engaging the audience.
Yeah. I'm working on right now with my editing, and I'm struggling, but because I'm trying to do what you just said, instead of a 6-minute drawn out video on numbers, I need to cut that down to at least a third of that.
There's a couple shorts I put up that I should have actually done with a long form video and made it like about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But there's certain sacrifices you make to grow your channel. And right now, our channel is sacrificing revenue. We are not making any money hardly. We're sacrificing revenue for growth. So it's a delicate thing to do. It's very hard.
But it's tough. You're in a situation though, you've got a trade-off because you've got your big show on Sunday.
Yeah.
Where those subs can come in and make up some of that revenue.
What I've been doing is I've also been what's the word I'm looking for? Organizing my channel. I don't know if organizing is the right word, where some of my old videos are actually coming down. You'll notice my subs, my videos will go up and then I'll come down and up and down. I'm trying to keep it in an upward path, kind of like silver and gold's been kind of like this. Going up.
Steady and up to the right.
Yeah, but it's got some down moments. Well, that's where I've taken and looking back and taken a couple videos down. And then sometimes I will remake that video because I want it to be better.
Yep. I understand
videos at the men's side are a minute and a half or less. Yeah, that's a good time. But the history channel, how coins are made, how this is made, or whatever, that's 30 minutes plus commercials.
I would say it's about 22 minutes of content. But
hey, Stacking, I'll stop by the PO box tomorrow. So thank you. He made a video and did a little shout out to a bunch of folks, and I was one of them. And
oh, well, that's cool.
Oh yeah, so I'll be sure to pick it up tomorrow. And I'm going to be making some content. It's going to be a mail call to Mr. Stacking Investment. There you go.
Man, there's cans in here.
I need help.
Yep.
So the other question I had, and what was it?
Cashing out part of your precious metal stack.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome, kind sir. Ooh,
so are people? I mean, Keith, you would know this best. Are people coming in, cashing out, so to speak? I mean, they bringing in stuff and
less than people want to buy. A lot less than people are wanting to buy. That's why we have to order, and that's part of why these premiums are why they are. I mean, because like I was saying on Silver Seeker's channel, I have to add an extra 50 cents because I order, you take my live silver, I got to charge you 50 extra cents because I got to wait 6 weeks to get it. And in the meantime, what am I going to do? Go out of business? So I need that extra 50 cents to hold me over. If I had it live, I wouldn't charge an extra 50 cents over an ounce.
I posted the link to the video, the interview you were in. I posted it in there.
He's got quite a few views on that sucker, man.
See if he'll.
What's it up to?
It's up to 49,000 views. That video is in, and I counted it too. This morning, it was Silver Seeker's 50th best video. And that's not bad out of 1,300 videos.
Yeah.
Because I went to most popular, and now it's even higher up. So it's a really good video. He's got, and don't tell him because I don't want him to get a big head or nothing. But Silver Seeker has some mad editing skills, and that is part of why his channel grows. I mean, he can edit a video. We shot that video. And in less than 3 hours, he calls me and says, "Oh, we're not going to put the video up on Friday." I said, "Well, that's fine. That's cool." He said, "Oh, no, I'm just kidding. We're going to put it up on Friday. It's ready." Less than 3 hours, he took what we done, and what we done is basically, not quite like this because I was on the big screen and he was using OBS or whatever, but it was basically like this. We did a Zoom. And he did all that arranging and all that other stuff. And he did that darkening at the front, how I'm like tinted. I mean, that stuff's hard. And he did it all. and it loaded it. And you know how long it takes to load a video to where it goes to HD. You don't want to, until the HD gets through processing, you don't even want to schedule your video. Because if you're a monetized channel, that will affect how much bids you get on the channel. Because YouTube bids your video, they bid it out to different advertisers. And the better your video is, if it's an HD too, that makes a difference on what people are willing to pay. I had a video that had 18,000 views and I earned $300. That's amazing. My other videos, if I added them up, my regular videos, I'm lucky to get $35, $50 if they get that many. It was just unfathomable. It just must have hit. The right advertiser must have come along and bid on that video. It was that one back in early December about the penny. I did it about a penny. I don't remember exactly what it was. It's my most popular one, I think. I'm pretty sure it's my most popular video on the regular form. Popular. Yeah. Cent worth up to $25,000. Got 18,000 views. And they must have auctioned it off, right. I mean, that's what they do. And Silver Seeker's on fire, man. He's got mad editing skills. He's got knowledge. I mean, he's got everything going on for him. And he's a lot younger than me. I mean, that's a plus in every, you get somebody, what is he? I don't know how old he is. He can't be more than 40, I wouldn't think.
I was going to say, he's probably a millennial.
Yeah. He can't be more than 40.
He's not a Gen Xer like us three.
He's what?
Not a Gen Xer like the three of us.
No, he's not a Gen X. He's probably like 40, 41, something. I mean, he's not that old, but he's not that young either.
What's he like in person?
Who, him?
Yeah.
He's pretty much the same way he is, except if he doesn't know you, he's just like me, reserved, quiet. Everybody's like that until you get to know somebody. And then he is the same person on as off if you know him. And if you're a YouTube person, I imagine, and he feels he knows you, he's going to be acting just like he does on screen. When I first started, I met him down at the Grove show. Well, it wasn't the first time I met him or nothing, but we all met up at the Grove show. Before the Grove show was a YouTube annual. It was the first one. Mm-hmm. And he convinced me to start YouTube back in 2020. So I started it. But, you could see him, how he acts and everything. He's the same person. And what he told me, one of the most valuable things that I learned from him, and I hope you guys take this to heart, he told me, when you get in front of that camera, be true to your viewers. Be yourself. Don't try to act like somebody else. And he said, because they will see it and they will not stay with you. And hey, I'm an asshole. I know it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not an asshole. I used to be. But no, I'm true. I'm honest. I'm not trying to pull the wool over nobody's eyes. It's like, I didn't have to tell you guys that I have to charge an extra 50 cents if I have to wait for my silver. But why? What's the difference? I'm going to tell you that because that's the truth. People see if you're not the type of person, and I know channels, and I'm not going to call them out. I know channels that are different in person or behind the scenes than they are on this camera. And those channels have lacked luster. They have fallen behind. They were on a streak and they fell behind. And that's how that happens, because people will see through it. So, yeah.
Mr. Rose said,
Stevie said Idas, he was 37. No, he's older. He's got to be older than 37.
Oh, and Gunny says, haha, you were far from quiet in January.
That's just the guy. That's because I knew you. You watch me walk around the coin tables. You won't hear me talk to them guys at all unless I know them. I'm quiet, and they'll say, yeah, I'm just looking. I'm just looking. If I don't know them, my response to them saying something is I'm just looking, and then I'm quiet again. No, I was far from quiet because I felt I knew everybody.
It's true. I was with him for a period of time, and he was looking for the elongated pennies. What a great story! Because they had elongated story or pennies there that commemorated the fun show, and they were free. So we're walking around, and we find it because I had found it earlier. So Mr. Coin Crew says, "Well, let's find it again." And he walks up, and they got a whole bowl of them, and he takes all of it.
What?
And then he gave her a bunch of money, and then made some coins. And he paid for.
Of course, he
way more than what the pennies were worth.
She allowed me to make a video.
Yep.
Keith stretching, just a guy or something, I don't remember, stretching his money at the fun show.
Literally.
I was literally elongating a penny.
Yeah. But when he walked up and dumped that bowl out, it was hilarious, the reaction from the woman that was there.
Do you realize that they are still on my desk? I keep forgetting every Sunday what I want to do is I want to give them out with every auction. And then maybe have a few giveaways. And the baggie, there must be 50 or 100 of them just sitting on my desk.
That was
you guys
fun.
got to remind me about that stuff, man.
Yeah, that was fun.
I'll try to remind you next Sunday.
It was funny.
Oh my.
But other than that, I can verify he's right because I walked several aisles with him, and he'll look and he'll ask a few questions, but he's not as boisterous as he is right now. He's very reserved, and
I consider
gets a feel of the dealer, and then he either interacts or he says thank you and he moves on.
Yeah, I feel everybody here is a part of my family. I feel comfortable on YouTube, and I like to talk. However, having said that, if I don't know you, I don't want to talk to you because I don't want confrontation or nothing like that. Yes, my wife does have all the personality. No doubt about that, Eddie. I admit our channel, our Coin Crew is our together channel. And it would not be as big if it wasn't for her. There's no doubt about it. There's a lot of reasons why Coin Crew has grown the way it is. It's a collaboration. It's her. It's everybody. Everybody I've done work with. I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, the way you guys are. I consider everybody on YouTube that I associate with part of my family. Hell, if you wasn't part of my family, I wouldn't be here. I'd be on somebody else's show.
But you're right. It is amazing.
About having fun doing it.
When you finally get to meet people, I mean, you already know them somewhat from doing these type of shows, but you're right.
I'll tell you,
it was great.
Somebody I met on here, real nice person. I thought him of as nice, and then I met him in person. I'm like, this person is so much nicer than I thought they were. And that is Sammy Farr. I don't know if any of you have ever met Sammy Farr in person. I mean, such a nice person in the shows, but when you meet her in person, she seems even nicer. I met her down in Grove last year. Very nice person. Most of the time, people are like, hey, the magician came on. Oh, we can see you. We thought you just changed.
The star of the show.
Good evening, everybody. This is Chief of Security Marty here. In tonight's K9 News and Information for the day of April 2023. I take you over to chewy.com, but my paws don't work with the computer mouse. I just wanted to come over and say hi to everybody.
So we never did really cover that, Don.
What's that?
John, the cashing out part of your PM stack. What exactly did you want to talk about that about?
Hold on, let me get him situated real quick.
All right then. You'll make him right in front of the camera now. Hey, look, I did change.
Ooh, almost lost my Yeti mic there.
I was wondering what that noise was.
Well, you kind of answered my question in a way already. Are people taking advantage of the spot being where it is and cashing out? They'll, the fundamental, buy low, sell high. Well, it's high, right?
There are some doing that, but remember the law of people cashing out. They only cash out for one of 4 reasons. Do you know what they are? I said it. Seeker said what I said on the video. If you watch Seeker's video, you'll know. I'm just asking you. So you didn't watch his video, did you?
I watched the first couple minutes.
Yeah, it took longer than that to get to that part.
I know.
We don't want to give you the juice. You can't give the juice up front.
Right.
No.
Even in my video Saturday, I said, you guys want to hear me talk about this, but just a minute. I want to say this first. I made you wait 6 minutes. Well, actually, I said it in about 4.5 minutes. My opinion.
I will go back and watch it again.
I will tell, if you really want to know the 4 reasons why people sell. It's called the 4 Ds. It was that story was told to me decades ago by a fellow dealer, and I see a couple of them in the chat. Death is one reason. Someone dies. Someone is going to die. They inherit an estate or whatever. It's associated with the death of the individual or a family member. Debt is another one. It's in the chat. Amy Hero says that. Debt is you owe somebody money for something, so you have to get rid of your stack. Or there's another one. Did someone put it in there? Let's see. I don't see it. But desire. Oh, there it is. Aunt Laura did it. Desire is one of them. You desire something more than you desire your silver, whether it be a Harley, a new home, or a lollipop. You just want that item more. It may be cash that you want, but you desire something more than your silver. And the last thing is the second to worst thing. Death is the worst thing. We never want to talk about that. No, that's not it. Divorce. Divorce.
Ouch.
And the reason why, whether the possibilities just said it, divorce. Yep. It's death, desire, divorce, and debt. Somebody said I thought I said death twice. It's debt and death. Divorce. Now, the reason why divorce people sell, some of them don't. However, some of them do because they just don't get along and they're like, I don't want you to have nothing. So you're giving me half of that stuff. And I don't want it, so you better just sell it all. We split the money or whatever. Or the husband, if he's a real jerk off, he will sell it before the divorce so the wife don't get none of it. But we don't like guys like that. We like guys that are fair in divorce, whether the woman's good to him or not. I think a divorce, people should just screw the lawyers, take yourself and go on. We're going to talk about this. I think people should talk about things amicably instead of paying their lawyers, because I've known people that get divorced, had $1 million worth of assets. And by the time they got divorced, they were fighting so much, they both ended up with like $50,000 to $100,000 each.
Lawyers have it all.
Yeah.
I should have went to law school.
So as long as you can get a fair amount, whether it's exactly equal or not, who cares? Because if you argue, look at that. Attorneys get about 40%. They're taking your money.
They get paid no matter what.
That's right.
Right.
Off the top.
So those are the 4 things: debt, desire, divorce, and death. Sometimes debt or desire can go hand in hand. Like I have a debt and I desire, I have a mortgage. I desire to get it paid off, so I may do that to save the money. So some of those could go hand in hand. But everything you can think of, someone selling will relate to one of those 4 possibilities. I would absolutely love someone to challenge me and tell me a reason besides that does not relate to one of those 4 possibilities. I mean, I'm serious. I have no idea what it could be. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's anything that doesn't relate to one of those 4. If you say I want to buy something, that's desire. You say I got a bill, that's debt. If you say I got it from my cousin's uncle that died, that's death. And you say, oh, my so-and-so got divorced and they sold it, that's divorce, But most people will not sell their silver unless it's one of those 4 reasons. Even someone who doesn't know about silver, they desire to have the cash over the metal. It's like those videos, You've seen those videos. You want the Hershey bar or you want the 10-ounce bar of silver? The unknowledgeable person take the candy bar.
Yeah.
My mother always told me, don't take candy from strangers. I would have took that metal bar not even knowing what it's worth. Because I won't take no candy from strangers.
Yeah. I've seen a kind of a variant on that. The I guess interviewer, or he was outside like a coin shop or something like that. He said, to a perfect stranger, would you like this $20 bill or this 1 ounce, believe it or not, 1 ounce gold eagle? And everybody took the $20 bill. I kid you not. It's somewhere out here on YouTube. I saw that. I was just like, really?
I mean, we're amused or immersed within the community, and we're an anomaly because most people they don't have any precious metals, nor do they even want them because they don't understand.
Stacking Investment says, Mr. V. Rose, I just threw out the reason. Personally, I'm selling into strong market to pay my house off. That's a desire. But I'm also still buying for my stacking collection. And at the same time, he realizes that he still needs to hold it. So he's selling his stuff off of desire. He's buying and selling to try to make money to pay his house off. Now, it's a little different in my position because I'm selling because my desire is to make a living.
It's your business.
It's my business. It's just like someone going to a 9-to-5 job. But at the same time, I'm doing kind of what he's saying he's doing. I'm still building up my stuff because it's my business. It's my job. But if I could have it my way, I would just keep buying and never sell a thing. But how would I pay my bills?
Right.
Oh, yeah. I would love to be able to just buy. I couldn't afford my habit. I could not afford it.
Hi, I'm Keith.
I can barely afford it now.
Hi, I'm Keith, and I stack precious metals. Hi, Keith.
Keith's not here. I'm just a guy. I'm stealing David Carlisle's line. He goes, Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man.
Saying, Keith's not here. I'm just a guy.
Oh, boy. Reaching back on that one. Oh, what's this here?
Putting out a video.
Since you are so passionate about Star Wars, have you considered putting out a video on the top all-time Star Wars coins or something familiar?
Ooh,
well,
dude.
Hold on. Let me write that down.
She's
really
Van Wilder, and she said, "Write that down." Am I right, Gen X? She's playing Van Wilder on him. Write this down, or you could just.
I'm biting my tongue. I'm probably bleeding now.
Why?
Because she's going to make that video?
Yes, I would.
No, I said because Gen X was going to make it already.
No, not me. But there's been discussion.
You never thought of that?
Yeah.
Is that what you bite your tongue for?
Yeah, it may or may not have been discussed previously.
Oh, so he's biting his tongue because he said, John, you ought to make this video, and you didn't write it down and forgot.
No, I forgot. Him and I, we've talked,
extensively.
Yes. yeah, that's the other endeavor I wanted to start getting into.
That's something that is, I guess you could say, I don't know, kind of hard to do.
Yes, he did, Mr. V. Rose. Now that I recall, yes, my memory got jogged. Yes, he did.
Something that's hard to do is be selective when you're stacking. Amy Harrell, I think it's Amy Harrell. She have traded some silver bullion for food and coffee, tried to selectively buy for her stack. It's really hard to do because you don't know where to go. I mean, trends change, things change. It's like 2 years ago, you couldn't hardly sell a Morgan silver dollar. And today, you can't hardly buy them. You know, and who knows next year, maybe it's the same way. I mean, we don't know. We just don't know. See, what I used to do is when I sold generic mortgages, whatever spot was, is what I sold them for. I did, and that was I would pay over melt, a couple bucks over melt, and then I would sell them for whatever the spot price was for a 1 ounce silver, and I made like $2, $3. Now you can't even touch them. I offer people $30 or more, bringing them into my shop if they're VG or better. And they're only worth 18 mil. You just don't know what to collect because you don't know what's going on. Best thing I can say, guys, variety is key. Oops, I'm sorry, kitty. Variety is key.
See, even Kitty agrees.
Oh, cat, you farted or something. Get away from me. Oh, man. I get up here. I'm like, oh, man, what'd you do? That's Angel's cat.
Well, it's Angel's cat now. Hey, well, we've reached the 1 hour point. And
really? I'm sorry.
Well, it's a school night for some of us.
I apologize, really. I do.
All right, go, guys. You got, your Monday off, and then you're, being dad.
Gen X, you got to say something. I didn't hardly hear you talk. You bit your tongue part of the time.
No, I've just been putting my 2 cents in here and there. I'm listening and learning.
Okay, real quick,
like others.
One last thing, and I think we'll wrap it up. Someone here in the chat asked about, is the Fed going to do an announcement this week, or is there something like job numbers or something coming out this week?
Yeah. They're probably going to raise it 25 basis points is what
that's what I'm
things are pointing towards from the different people that I watch. And then they'll probably put a pause on it and see what happens.
Celtic not just made a comment. When I say variety, I'm not talking about, he says quality trumps variety. I'm not talking about putting junk in your collection. I'm just talking about have a variety. I mean, I would much prefer high quality stuff, but a variety, whether it be 90% pure silver dollars, just a variety of different types of stuff.
Hold on a sec. I gotta make my war nickel real quick. HVAC residential basics for all your heating and air conditioning needs. Is your air conditioner blowing hot air, or is that your wife? Either way, you better hurry up and call HVAC Residential Basics at 1-888-HOT-AIR. That's 1-888-HOT-AIR. HVAC Residential Basics. We fix air conditioners, not marriages.
Oh, that's sweet.
Another war nickel heading your way.
Another war nickel in the mail. No. That's my running joke with HVAC.
I do think quality is important, though. But I think variety is I don't think neither one trumps the other. I think they're both very important. Because times where one thing is worth more than others for the collectability, like right now, I mean, you take a 90% coin, it's worth far more than over premium than even with the premiums of pure silver. Mm-hmm. So you have to look at all that. Well, I hogged your show. I feel bad.
No, dude,
You're the channel expert on these topics, so.
Oh no, I'm not. You guys probably know just as much as me.
Not me.
I forgot too much stuff.
I know just enough to be dangerous to my wallet.
I know just enough to forget stuff. My brain's getting too full.
Now, if you want to talk about thermodynamics, I can definitely.
I know, right?
Put that on for you, but no.
We're talking precious metals.
Well, the application of thermodynamics is applicable to precious metals.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're talking about work, i.e., the transfer of heat from one form to another. And gold is used very often in the convergence of energy from one form to the other. How? Because it helped us go to the moon.
What's your opinion on gold with Egypt? Old Egypt, not the new Egypt. Pyramid days. What's your opinion? How'd they get so much gold?
How did they get so much gold?
Yeah, how did they get so much gold in ancient Egypt?
I have no idea. I mean, the Roman Empire, they got their legions, so they just marched all over Western Europe, conquered everything, and pillaged and plundered. So Egypt, probably something similar.
I believe maybe I'm throwing too much, I don't know, theory out there or something. But as time goes on, everybody knows that some technology gets lost. You know what I'm saying? How did they put the stones together? Or not dentures, but fillings. They've lost the ability to put silver fillings in your mouth to reduce bacteria to keep you from having additional cavities. They put these darn, what do they call them white things?
Porcelain.
Yeah, they put porcelain in there. Well, the silver fillings prevented cavities from additionally forming, but they forgot that. And that's something I remember when I was a kid. But that was why they did it, was to help prevent future cavities. But did they know how to make gold at a much more efficient rate? Or did they just have a whole bunch of slaves working their butts off to do it?
Probably a combination of both.
I think they knew something about how to make gold.
Well, there's an old saying, either you use it or you'll lose it.
That's right. That's what she said.
And going back to the whole NASA thing, when they were designing Artemis, the NASA was like, well, here are the plans from the Apollo program. Here, rebuild Apollo. And Boeing and all the other subcontractors involved with the Artemis or SLS program, was what it's called. Now it's called Artemis, said, we can't replicate this. But you have the blueprints. No, we can't replicate this.
Yeah.
And the reason is because it's all those little details that never got documented. And all those, the technicians and the engineers and everybody involved are retired or, passed on.
Celtic Knox says alchemy is a scam. Actually, it's not. They can make 1/10 of a gram of gold in about 72 hours for about the cost of $200,000. It's not a scam unless you consider them wasting money a scam. It can be done. It's just a matter of cost efficiency. It's like all the gold sitting in the bottom of the ocean. There's so much gold down there, make everybody's head blink. But we can't get to it.
Yeah, it's not cost effective.
Oh, no, it's not a matter of being caught. We just don't know how to build something to keep from getting crushed by the water. We're trying to get to one of those planets that's 40 light years away that's made out of nothing but a diamond. Oh, yeah. So hot that this whole planet's a diamond. 100 trillion tons of diamond or carat or whatever. 100 trillion carats. I read an article last night about being lost in space, where, like, the astronauts, what happens if they float off of the space station? It's amazing the safety measures they have. They have these little, just like you see in the sci-fi stuff, these little jetpack propeller things that can kind of guide them back a little bit. And then the tether rope and stuff. It's like, wow. You wouldn't think it.
Who would have thought? Oh, what are the possibilities? Physics question. Well, I do know when it comes to a wing, it is not the high pressure of the air flowing underneath the wing that generates lift. It's actually the low pressure over the wing that actually pulls you up. So there is an area where in which high and low pressure does exist. So,
and isn't that why they tilt that little flap to raise up?
Mm-hmm.
Like they got that flap on the back of the wing. They just kind of tip it down, and it makes it go up, right? See, I know.
Well, no, actually, well, if we're talking about fixed wing, when the flap, folds up, it's disturbing. It's forcing the low pressure air up, which then pivots the aircraft so that it makes the nose go up. Then when the flap comes down, that low pressure now goes into turbulence and it loses lift, and therefore the nose drops because of weight and gravity and weight. So
I don't know what I was talking about. I was just
I didn't take fluid dynamics or an aerospace class, so I did take physics, but some physics I remember, some physics I don't.
Mr. Vero says, wasn't that a movie? A guy floats away in space. Yeah, it had Bruce Willis and stuff in it. I remember that.
Oh,
movie.
no! No, it's Interstellar. Yeah, that's the one with Sandra Bullock and George Clooney.
The one that got trashed because it was so bad.
The asteroid.
Mm-hmm. What got trashed? The space shuttle, International Space Station, or the movie itself?
The movie itself.
I got the movie on DVD in the hallway there, Interstellar. They got the Bruce Willis one. So no, I read an article yesterday. You know how you got your phone and then you swipe it to the side and get all the news articles going down? I scroll down them once a day to see what's happening. Most of it's the stuff you want to read.
Well, okay. Great show, guys. Thank you, Keith. Coin Crew, appreciate you coming on. You did a great auction today.
Yeah.
And everyone be sure you tune in on the Fun Day Sunday auctions with Keith and Angel and the Coin Crew. Good, great auction, folks. And you could, if you don't know this guy by now, come on, hey,
I don't even know him by now.
He's awesome. He's. I can't say enough about Keith. So please, help someone put links in the chat, please, for Coin Crew, if you would. And it's great to see Mr. X, Mr. X Collectible, back on the air. And as we know, he's in between states and stuff, so making the transition from cold to hot. So he's actually doing, wait for it, thermodynamics.
I don't know how many people do you normally have in here?
Me?
Yeah.
We had 23 now. So
no, I mean, what's your average? Is it 20, 35? I don't know.
No, I don't think.
I just noticed there's 23 people here.
No, don't get me wrong. I am grateful that everybody showed up tonight. This is a great show, great panel, great people in the chat. No, I appreciate everyone's being here. This is a really good show.
No downtime.
Yep.
That's the only thing good about having me over.
Why did I invite you here, buddy? I need numbers, and you bring them in.
Oh, I ain't bringing no numbers in.
If I get Silver Seeker here, you're off the panel, buddy.
I'm up. Hey. I appreciate you having me on. Sorry for hogging the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just a guy, and that's what I do. Nothing. I don't know what I do. Angel and I are coming up. I'm not sure what kind of.
What do you got this week?
Yeah, Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what kind of chat we're having, but we are having a chat. I haven't decided whether it's going to be shop talk, members only. Even if you're not a member, you can still watch it. You just can't chat. And then we have evening chat with just Angel and I, and where we allow people to come up. So we have 3 different forms of chat on Tuesdays. Just a matter of, and then we have free roll hunts. I'm just not doing that yet. But yeah, Tuesday's a chat.
Cool. And we'll see a video on 90% constitutional sometime soon.
Can't guarantee that.
Okay.
I can guarantee that I will have a decent, halfway decent. I can't say decent. An interesting watch on Saturday at 9 a.m. That's all I'm committing to, because running the shop and running the YouTube channel and going places to try to find coins. I just don't have the time to put in like we did early on because I want to put in good videos. So I'm doing my best to make that 9 a.m. commitment every Saturday. I've been doing it good for a month, so that's a good thing. I just,
keep going.
Yeah, I'd rather put out something good.
Yeah, quality over quantity. Definitely.
And then my quality's still not as good as some people's. Like, look at this guy right here, right over here. He got all the charts, and you got all the spaceships, and Seeker's got all the editing. And what do I got?
I
got Mr. Coin Crew.
a legitimate coin shop that trumps all of us.
Nah,
brick and mortar.
No. I'm just an old Justin guy. Anyway, dudes, what is it, Mr. Coin Crew there? Oh,
yep.
Make me ding down. Oh man. Oh well. She goes, shake machine down. Yeah. Her and the child went to go do something, and I asked them to bring me a shake when I was muted a while ago. Oh well, no shake for me. All right, guys.
Well, thank you, Keith.
I'm gonna shut up.
Appreciate you being here. Thank you, sir, and always a pleasure to pick your brain because you got all that great knowledge and experience, and I really appreciate it, and everybody
Absolutely.
does. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing everything. You're a good man. You're a good man. I'm gonna make you. I got this there's this company that makes specialized patches, and I'm gonna have them make one. Make a patch that says, just a guy. I'm gonna get that sent to you.
Okay, I can't keep quiet then. I gotta say something.
What? All right.
I was just messing. I was trying not to say nothing. Okay, but I'm gonna be quiet the rest of the show. So everybody, I'm gonna say it right now. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you Tuesday. And I'm gonna let these guys, if they stay on here for a half an hour, you won't hear another peep out of me. So as of right now,
I'll be next and just say thanks again to everybody. Thanks for the mods, and everybody in the chat, and of course to the Don to having me on. And until next time, folks. 73.
Thank you. This awesome show. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate you being here. Always puts on a good auction every Sunday. So please subscribe to his channel and show up for the Sunday Funday auctions. It's a lot of fun. And of course, my partner in crime is always Mr. Genix Collectible. Appreciate you coming up. It's been a while, and it's just great to connect with you, my brother. Him and I've, most of you probably already know him and I've become really good friends. Over this last year and a half, almost 2 years now. So I really appreciate and respect him a lot. So thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone in the chat. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to pay our respects to those pilots and crew in the field of Army aviation. It's very important to me because, it's more than just my, work. It's part of my life because they are my customer. I mean, I know them personally, but they are my customer. And I'd like to leave you with one other thing. This Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern on Coin Making Sense channel, and I'm going to post that in the chat, we are doing the first annual Star Wars May the 4th Be With You themed auction. All items in the auction will all be Star Wars related, silver, gold, or whatever. I know what I'm presenting, and Kevin's going to be presenting stuff too. So it's our first ever Star Wars themed auction, and it's going to be on May the 3rd because his auctions are actually on Wednesday nights, and the 4th is actually Thursday. So please stop by Wednesday evening. I believe kicks off at 6 p.m. Eastern, Coin Making Sense channel, and see what kind of neat stuff that we will be presenting. And just to give you a preview of what I will be offering, that's completely full. That is a sealed tube, by the way, and that will be on the auction this Wednesday. So until then, May the laws of thermodynamics be with you.